Hi everyone. Okay, so happy Thirsty Thursday. 6 o'clock, a little after 6 o'clock. Sorry I am late. I was trying to do this and I thought, all right, let me see if I got it right. I don't know if I have it right, so let's just get started. Okay, so today we are going to make a Fezziwig Fizz. So he's the character from Scrooge that liked to have lots of holiday parties, and everybody was so grateful to have something to do and places to go. So that's what, hi Barbara Sake, how are you? So a Fezziwig Fizz we are going to make today, and you can use, it's a bourbon cocktail, so we'll start with that. You can use something wonderful like your Woodford Reserve, or you can use Basil Hayden's, or any type of bourbon that you have on hand. The other name for this cocktail is a Mary Berry. But I thought Fezziwig Fig is perfect because it's a man's party. Bourbon to me is a man's drink, but we're gonna shake it up a little bit, mix it up a little bit by using Red Stag Bourbon whiskey, and it's black cherry flavor. So this is going to incorporate black cherry, raspberry, bourbon, and cranberries. So it's a little mix of everything, and I hope it's delicious. I've made versions of it before, but never quite like this one. So let's try it out. So we don't need a shaker for this. You just need a big tall glass because we'll be making two. So get yourself two nice big glasses, and we'll start with our bourbon whiskey. Okay, so I'm just gonna use this for my shot glass. We're gonna do 3 ounces of your black cherry bourbon. Next, we are going to do 1.5 ounces of lemon juice. So where is my knife? Of course, I don't see my knife. Oh, my counter's black, so it was right in front of me. I hope everybody is getting into the holiday spirit and enjoying. Now, you can measure this if you want, but basically 1/2 ounce is 1/2 of citrus. So I'm just going to do, it's really juicy. Sometimes, you know, with citrus, you don't know what you're gonna get. So you can't tell if it's juicy or not. That's wonderful. So 1.5 ounces of the lemon juice. All right, that's perfect. To 3 ounces of bourbon. And I'm just gonna spin it. Now, at this point, this is up to you. You have your choice. I just happen to love these sparkling ice drinks, and they have cranberry. So they have a fizz to them, which gives it the Fezziwig Fizz, which is why I changed the name from Mary Berry to Fezziwig Fig. I can't say it, Fezziwig's Fizz, because there's 0 sugar. So if you're already having a bunch of sweet stuff at a party, or you're making cookies, or you're just indulging, this is one way to cut it down a bit. So what I'm gonna do now, I'll do this. All right, we want 3 ounces of this Cranberry Fizz. Now, of course, you can use your cranberry, but I don't have unsweetened, and I really just don't want to drink that much sugar. All right, so I put the fizz in, and now here comes the little bit of a bite. We are going to use ginger beer, and this one is very strong. I like Gosling's better. I've said that before, but I have this one, and it's diet, so I'm going to use this one. So it's a little bit tamer for your, you know what, I'm going to leave that there. It's a little bit tamer. It's not full. This way, if you do it my way, you won't have a headache from too much sugar, and you can enjoy bourbon if you're not a bourbon drinker. This is an absolutely fantastic way to get into the flavors of bourbon. And once again, this is black cherry bourbon, so it's a little bit easier to drink. I tested it out prior to this with just this, and it was lovely. But this is a great almost punch that you can make, tall glass drink that you can make for a party for your holidays. All right, so that's all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just mix it up. I'm gonna strain it in. Isn't that pretty? So it's a pretty drink, it's a fun drink, and it's gonna get even better in a second. We're just gonna put a splash of the ginger beer in. You don't even have to stir it, just go like that. Now here comes the fun part. I made these adorable brandied cranberries. All it was the Woodford Reserve bourbon, or any type of bourbon you have. You can use the black cherry bourbon, of course. Black cherry bourbon whiskey, gotta note that. Just put them in a container. I used an old Talenti container that I had. I put as much cranberries as I had left in the packet. I covered it with the bourbon, shook it up, put it in the fridge overnight, and they were delicious. And now they're about 2 weeks old, and they're even more delicious. So you're going to take your, hope I have them, yes, all right. We're just gonna take our fingers, have to get some out, and I think put three on a toothpick. They look like maraschino cherries at this point. All right, but they're so good because they've been sitting in bourbon forever. And of course, we want a lemon or an orange. You could do an orange, but lemon would be better. And a lemon wheel. So you can do it like that. All right, let's taste. Hi Meg, how are you? Oh boy, I love it. I love it with the black cherry. I loved it with the plain bourbon. I love it with the black cherry bourbon whiskey, and I love it with this rather than the plain cranberry juice. You could use unsweetened if you were concerned about sugar, but most people buy the regular ocean spray, you know, cranberry. If you see this in your market, pick it up. There's also other, I think, Cape Cod. It's called Cape Cod Cranberry Diet. I just think it just makes it a lighter drink. You don't have to worry if you have two. Okay, guys, absolutely delicious. Your non-bourbon drinkers will go nuts, and they'll be so happy that you introduce them. They'll be so happy that you introduce them to bourbon if they're not used to it, and your bourbon drinkers will be so happy to go to a little holiday soiree where they get to love their bourbon drinks. Because everybody does vodka and gin and rum, so switch it up, mix it up, mix it up. Oh, fantastic. Have a fabulous Thirsty Thursday. I have to run, and I hope you enjoy it, and I really hope you do try it. If you ever have any questions about flavor profiles, or if you can use something instead of something else, could you use ginger ale? Could you use a different flavor than the cranberry? Of course you can. It's just cranberry. Every time I look up a holiday drink, it's cranberry, cranberry, cranberry. So I just thought instead of the juice, this was a little way to mix it up. And please inbox me if you ever need to know what brand of bourbon, tequila, vodka you might want for your holiday get-togethers. I can kind of guide you based on your flavor preferences, and that's it. I hope you have a great Thursday. We'll see you tomorrow. Here I go trying to shut my camera off.